All right, y'all, first things first, make sure you watch this video from beginning to end so you don't miss a single detail. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. For our action figure news, we're actually going to be discussing mostly third-party figures. Now, typically, I leave these alone because it's not something that most people collect. I usually see some people in the action figure community dip and dabble in these, but these actually look cool, so I decided, you know what, I am going to talk about it. And it's some stuff that's really going to spice up the Dragon Ball line. Because as we all know, Tamashii Nations will drop some cool stuff ever so often, but I haven't seen them showcase anything nearly as dope as what we're about to get into. So you guys already know how these videos work. Go ahead and drop a like for your boy, as I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already or you're new here, and let's get to talking action figures. Now, out of the woodworks comes yet another third-party 1/12 scale Dragon Ball action figure company, now known as Black Hole Toys, adding to the few that we know as Demoniacal Fit, Beast Deities, and even Thompson Art. There's quite a few more, but I'm not even going to waste my time going over those. Now, starting things off with, I guess these are their first few action figures. Black Hole Toys started off very strong. Very, very strong, man, because as you can see, we've got a look at the SH Figuarts body-esque type grade 2 Super Saiyan Super Vegeta, if that's what you want to call it, or we'll just say Super Vegeta. And man, does this look good. Now, that being said, Vegeta did get humbled in this form. That boy Cell really had to let Vegeta know, bro, you are not the main character, bro. You are not Goku. Really had that boy face down in the dirt. Oh, nah, it could not have been me. But I'm not going to make a whole lot of jokes in this video because I don't feel like doing no editing. But onto the figure itself, man. This thing looks really damn good, man. As you can see, he comes with a ton of facial expressions, crossed arms, several sets of hands, the final flash. It just looks good, man. This looks like this is going to be really, really damn cool. Now, I do have some issues with it. One that's more so a worry, and then the other is just something that I hope that they fix because Tamashii Nation still hasn't done it. Now, the worry I have with this figure is the hips. This definitely looks like the hips from the very first few releases of the Dragon Ball line before they integrated the 2.0 system, meaning that they're probably going to be dropped down. I hope that is not the case, because while the 2.0 engineering is a little bit uglier, it functions so much better. You don't have to worry about your legs breaking off or popping off, anything like that. And then the pelvic area looks very slim on these, which means that the pegs are going to be very small as well. So this being a third-party company, I really hope that they go with the 2.0 leg system. Since this is just a digital render, of course, we'll find out in due time. Now, the only other issue I have, which I'm not going to say it's an issue yet because we don't know, but the ankle system. As we all know, Tamashii Nation's ankle system is horrendous, yo. I don't know what it is, but they will not make these figures to where the ankle pivot is functional enough to get them in really dynamic poses. So I hope that Black Hole Toys does fix that. As long as they do, then these figures should be pretty good. But I digress. We'll have to see when they come out. Now, as if starting off their action figure line with Vegeta wasn't already smart enough, they added to the genius by throwing Trunks in the mix, who in my opinion had even more of an iconic fight with Perfect Cell, despite the fact that Cell was pretty much just joking around with him the whole time. Now, this figure right here is one I feel like Tamashii Nation should have dropped a long time ago, alongside Vegeta, to be honest. I still can't believe they haven't given it to us, but now it seems like all hope for that is lost. I mean, they might make it in the future, but for the time being, these look like these are going to be the way to go. As you can see, he doesn't come with as many accessories as Vegeta. He has a whole lot less facial expressions, maybe the same amount of hands, and he doesn't come with any blast effect piece, which I'm okay with, because where he doesn't come with those, he does come with these extra hands for holding sensu beans or throwing sensu beans. These are kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about the one where he's like throwing the sensu bean to Krillin, that one's okay, but it's not necessarily something I needed. Now, the Krillin head accessory is one that I think is really cool, and I say that because most third-party companies are not giving us anything extra for characters outside of Goku. Ever so often, they'll sprinkle in something for Vegeta, but we don't really get much for any character that's not Goku, and that's just kind of whack, man. Dragon Ball has way too many characters for us to just be getting Goku accessories. So I really dig this. I love the head sculpt on Trunks, or the hair sculpt. It looks like it's going to turn out great. I'm hoping that they do. I'm not going to go over too much more just because I pretty much covered how I feel about it with Vegeta, and I'm hoping that this Trunks doesn't come with the same problems. Now, as if using this body 2 times wasn't enough, they decided to triple back and give us a Super Goku. And in my opinion, this is probably the wisest decision they made, because I think Goku literally was in this form for like 10 minutes in one episode, and he pretty much decided that this form was useless against Perfect Cell. We never really saw him fight in it. I don't even think he threw hands with Gohan in this form while he was in the hyperbolic time chamber. He just showed that he was able to achieve it, which is kind of a slap in the face to Vegeta, but Vegeta never knew. So yeah, but this right here, to me, looks the best, man. I don't know what it is, but something about a really buff Goku figure is just really damn dope. And the hair sculpts for both of these look so amazing. Now, I know these are just digital renders. They might not come out to look as good as what we're seeing, but that base head sculpt and that Super Saiyan hair sculpt looks so good, man. The hands look like they're about the same. The facial expressions are about as generic as we're going to get. Not feeling the kind of nervous, scared looking Isk face, but everything else looks fine. And then we also get hands where he's holding on to the gloves, which is another thing I don't even think that he did. Maybe he did. I don't think so. I think this is something that's more Vegeta and Trunks, but it's kind of their way of enticing you to buy all 3 of these, because I'm pretty sure that all of the parts on these are going to be interchangeable. And if that's the case, that brings me to one issue that I may or may not, hopefully not, have. All of these characters are different heights. Now, granted, Trunks at this time is closer to Goku's height, and so maybe they could reuse that same exact mold to make Trunks and Goku, but Vegeta's a smaller character. So I'm hoping that the Vegeta figure is at least a little bit smaller. They gotta get that right, man. I don't want a Vegeta to be the same size as my Goku if I stand these two side by side, because I'm definitely going to be picking these up. Hopefully they don't do that. I feel like most companies get that right, but they all look to be the same exact mold. Now, again, digital renders, so you never know, but if they do end up seeing this video, I hope that you guys don't do that. But yeah, these all look really, really dope, and if you plan on getting your hands on these, they're slated to be released around the end of October. I don't know how accurate that time frame is, but that is what it says on their Instagram page. You can go check that out if you want to. And as if those grade 2 Super Saiyan figures weren't already enough, Black Hole Toys did also showcase that they are going to be giving us a Majin Vegeta figure. Now, this is one I know plenty of people are going to want to get. From the looks of it, it seems like they kind of retooled the SH Figuarts mold. If that's the case, I do hope that they fix the issues. From the looks of it, they did kind of make the lower waist area a bit bigger, and I know a lot of people hated how small it was on the SH Figuarts, so I'm glad that they fixed that. Of course, we did get a new hair sculpt with brand new face plates, more hands, and then we have several sets of accessories. On the top left, I don't know what technique that is. I'm wondering if it's the blast that he used to shoot a hole through Majin Buu. I don't think so, but then we also get this like extended double ball peg. I don't know what that's for either. It's probably something stupid that I'm missing, but if you guys know, feel free to let me know in the comments. Now, they are doing what Tonson Art Toys did with their Trunks and Kid Buu figures by making 2 separate versions. Now, one of them, as you can see, has a lighter outfit than the other. So basically that one looks, I guess, more like a powered up version where the aura's around him and it's lighting up the blue a bit more. And as you can see, the darker one comes with what looks like a Big Bang attack or I guess it could be used as the blast attack that he used when he shot the blast into the stands. He didn't have the aura on him at the time, so the outfit did look a bit darker. Now in the manga, I think it was one color the whole time, but of course the anime had to play with the color palettes a little bit to add the shading and all of that. So yeah, both of these look really good. Now I'm probably going to pick up the one with the darker gi just because I like that Big Bang attack, and I'm not going to use the other accessories. But yeah, this looks really cool. If you're planning on getting your hands on this one right here, it is slated to be releasing sometime by the end of the year. Again, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know anything about Black Hole Toys, so make sure you follow their Instagram and they'll be the ones to give you the updates. I'll just bring to you guys what I find out if I decide, if I can talk, to touch on this subject again, because like I said, you guys know I really don't do third-party toys. I just don't really discuss them much in my videos. But if you guys want me to, feel free to comment that below. Now, last but not least, some news that I actually would have put in yesterday's action figure news videos had Tamashii Nations uploaded it in time. They finally gave us the release date and the pre-order date for the SH Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy Accessory Kit. Now, as you can see, we have all of the images on screen, and this kit looks really dope. We've got the Gum Gum Whip, Gum Gum Pistol, Gum Gum Gatling, all kinds of techniques that Luffy uses. And I'm pretty sure you guys already noticed that most of these are meant for the Part 1 Luffy. Actually, we only got one image of the time skip Luffy utilizing it, and that is him using what appears to be Gum Gum Whip in the top right corner. So basically, none of these accessories are going to be meant for the time skip Luffy.
I beg your pardon?
No, I know. That's one that they're really going to have to work on just because the arms are different, but I'm okay with that. Honestly, I would prefer that once they get to making accessories for our time skip Luffy, we get some techniques that he's using the Conqueror's Haki. I'd really love it with some Black Fist or some Black Fist with the flame effects attached. Those are just way cooler to me than what we see on screen now. I just love the look of those where he adds Haki to his attacks, man. They just look so dope. But if you are planning on getting your hands on this, it's slated to go up for pre-order on September the 3rd. It's definitely going to sell out, so make sure you're ready for that. And they are going to be releasing in February of 2025. So all in all, not a whole lot to talk about. For the most part, we just got the third-party Dragon Ball stuff, which was the sole reason I made this video, because I thought that those looked cool. Now, I'm not going to be covering third-party stuff all the time. If I did, I'd literally be making a new video every hour. Seems like every time I look on Instagram, I see a new Goku head sculpt that is obviously not Tamashii Nations, and I have no idea where people are getting them from. It's just, most of them say AliExpress, but I'm just like, when was this announced? When did this release? Who is this by? And I don't even feel like tracking all of that, man. But I did run into these Black Hole toy figures yesterday, and they look so cool that I just had to talk about them. Now I want to know how you guys feel about them, man. Are you guys picking these up? Are you going to skip on them because they're third-party company? Are you going to wait on Tamashii Nations? I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't see anything outside of Super Vegeta and Super Trunks. At some point, I definitely never see them making Goku. But of course, they could be petty and make Goku just because Black Hole Toys decided to do it. But yeah, that's another story for another day. How do you guys feel about the Luffy accessory kit? Do you care about that? Did you watch this video just because it was Dragon Ball related? Whatever it is you want to comment in the comment section below, feel free to leave it. But for the time being, make sure to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, or you're new here. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.